Greetings, beloveds. In this video, I'll share with you two reasons why, even though Apple is breaking out to a fresh all-time high, why this breakout, for those who trade in this swing trade strategy methods, this breakout in itself could be a little bit suspect and might not be as strong as it seems on the surface. So I greet you in the love light of the one infinite creator. So let's take a look. So the two reasons. So the first reason is from a structural standpoint. You can see there was a good example here, a previous breakout attempt. If we go back to this area here, and this is in late 2023. See what happened here is we tried to break out. We did break out actually. So we can say this was a breakout here and a follow through. But you see what happened is we eventually fail. We come back and test that breakout level and then we drift lower. So I get the same vibes for this breakout. And let me explain why. You can see that the previous breakout had an issue based on how it had formed a base. I guess you can say that is it breaks out, but it had come from very deep within the base. So by the time it's coming here, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positive weekly gains. And also take a look at where that breakout formation comes from. It comes from very deep, from where the moving averages are here. So let me remove all that. You see that the moving averages were way here, way low, pointing down, and then you got this V-type movement coming back to test the prior highs. Now you can see, before I address the current breakout, so we can understand a variation of a breakout formation, take a look at this period here, which on hindsight was more successful. But this is more stable of a breakout because you are breaking out right here, but you've been in a sideways consolidation right there. And then take a look at your moving averages. You had found support on an upward sloping moving averages. Now, let's take a look at the current breakout. So we take this weekly closing high there, draw our line as such, and you can see that we've really come from a very deep base. This is almost a V-type breakout. And it could have been best if we would have stabilized somewhere here and then had a chance to break out. That would have been a breakout with more legs. Now, the other scenario, even though I suspect this breakout is not as strong as it looks on the surface, there's also the possibility, which is a bullish future development, which is now that we've broken out, if we can be sideways for a couple of weeks and then break out, that breakout would have a more reliable chance of having a big run. So I hope all that makes sense. So what I'm saying in essence is here we had a sideways action and a breakout from a sideways consolidation. Good digestion period here. Now the other two breakouts, so if we take this breakout here, the base formation was very wide right here. And take a look at the current breakout attempt. And again, we can see that the base is very wide, not very stable. So that's reason number one. Reason number two is based on the ultimate Muade breakout. And you'll have the links for that method in the description. So the ultimate Muade breakout, we can see that the RSI is not moving to 3-year highs, and neither is the RSI above 69.1. It can either be at 3-year highs or above 69.1. And if you take a look at the MACDs, and I have 3 MACDs here, none of the MACDs is at 3-year highs. So this is the issue here. None of the MACDs is at 3-year highs. So those two reasons, in my opinion, is why we see, or why I suspect this breakout, even though the price action is great, but the formation here for a sustained move is very low. Which, by the way, brings me to a quick example here. It's not a fair example, but it's an example we can use. And it is the example here for Nvidia. If we go to the weekly, let's go to the weekly here. You can see this consolidation was very tight. It also held the moving averages. So when it breaks out here, that's why I gave out a breakout alert here for clients. That's a good breakout. Also, this is not the worst breakout here because we had time to digest these gains here before we break out recently. So all of these were more desirable because of the base formation. And also if you take a look at the RSI, we can see that each breakout that was successful, for example, we can take this breakout here where again there was a breakout alert sent to clients here. This breakout, you can see the RSI is above 69.1. So that's one of our minimum requirements. And then we can see that the MACDs, all the MACDs are trading at all-time highs. In this case, because they were all-time highs, but you need this to be at the very minimum at 3-year highs. So we've got 3-year highs, movement of the MACD's RSI above 69.1. And that's why Nvidia has had a strong sustained run here since the beginning of 2024. So we'll see what Apple is going to do here in the coming weeks and in the coming months. Again, this is for those who trade in the swing trade, the traditional holding period of weeks and months into the future. I am Eric with Mother.com. I leave you as I found you, in the love light of the one infinite creator. Go forth rejoicing in the power and in the peace of the one creator. Adonai.